Good morning.
Good morning.
We can take a deep breath and just become present here. So we've been going through all these early lessons, some of us, and learning that nothing is as it seems. And we were reminded that, the ego might find these lessons meaningless or even judging them. But Jesus is very clear that all we need to do is to practice them. We don't have to agree. And Barret was reading a line that nothing in God's love needs forgiveness. And it's absolutely true. But everything in the world of specific needs forgiveness. So we surrender. Yeah, and the lesson, I'm never upset for the reason I think. I am never upset for the reason I think. I'm upset because I see something that is not there. How profound. Don't need to rely on your thoughts. I'm never upset for the reason I think. So the reason I think is the block to be lifted up. Reason I think. People, situations, lack of some sort. I'm upset because I see something that is not there. Can apply this on anything that is upsetting, fearful, annoying, irritating. I'm upset because I see something that is not there. I'm upset because I manifested this. And only the past keeps it there. The belief in the past. That's why we need to also follow the lesson, forgive the past and let it go, for it is gone. The only thing you can say about the past is that it's not here. So what is it? It's a fantasy. It's something you're dragging, carrying like a backpack in the mind. The one true thing you can say about the past is that it's not here. It's so obvious. Even a simple-minded human being can grasp that. Yesterday is not today. A child can grasp it. Actually, children can be good examples, or animals, because they don't seem to think about the past very much. They're more in the present, spontaneous. So the thinking is the block. I was going to say usually, but yeah, the human thinking is, it's analyzing, judging, thinking it is right. That's why there is anger. So you think you're right about this world. That's why the mind is angry. I see something that is not there. What an amazing idea to start to open up to. The world is not there. The world is not real. That's why we're drawn to A Course in Miracles, and it's so powerful. Like he has literally given us scheduled steps to take to fully experience that there is no world. There is no external world. What does that do to our belief in victimhood? Totally obliterates it. There is no external world. How angry the ego is that constantly wants to battle with an external world that is unfair, makes us victims. Brutal. The belief is brutal. The world is not. The world is neutral. It's like you're a movie script writer and you have a blank page and you just wrote on there what you wanted the movie to be like. And that's the movie you're in. That's the movie shown to you. How handy it is to hand it over, to go within and find out that it wasn't so. Maybe it's a horror movie with elements of romantic comedy.
Sounds like a blockbuster.
Yeah, it was. We'll see how many got sold on it.
8 billion people have watched this blockbuster.
And everyone has a different idea about what it was, what was in it. Yeah. We release the movie, not a movie release, but give over your movie. Give it back. Like he says, to the nothingness from where it came. False ideas came from nothingness, came from nowhere. They have no source. They're experienced in one individual mind only, not even shared with other minds. Each seeming mind seems to have a seeming different experience.
Now playing on all screens.
Yeah. Yeah, and finally we'll end up in the real world, the happy dream. And then the movies start to be shared light-filled experience of miracles. Miracles are shared. Miracles are shared experiences. So Jesus, through the Course, helps us to become miracle-minded. This is also very inspiring. That's what the Course is about, becoming miracle-minded. Training the mind to be, just open to be led. That's all is needed. Be open to be led. Be willing to lay aside our ideas. Like he says that in the rules of decision. The problem is that you first decide what to do and then you ask for guidance. That's a bit of a problem, he says. You need to ask first. And the ego doesn't like that. The ego says, well, that is an offense to my freedom. Yeah, maybe we take a little time to go within and ask, what is your will for me, Father? What is your will for me? My beloved source, the source of all there is. And even going within can seem hard also to the ego. It doesn't want you to do that. And Jesus says, darkness is outside, not inside of you, so you can go within safely. Darkness is just a projection. What if you go within and see no sin? This is what the ego is afraid of, but take a moment of stillness. And in a way you can let the inner and the outer merge, because it's not really going within in an individual mind. You're not alone when you go within. Just open-minded, open heart. And the practice is to give over any thoughts, not follow them out, not figuring things out. And we're here to not be afraid of our own dream. Say to yourself, this is my dream. When you notice something in your awareness, say, this is my dream. The whole problem of the repeating illusion is the idea that it's happening to you. And don't stop there. Don't stop with, this is my dream. You say, I give it to you, Spirit. I give it back to you, God. I don't want to make such a distorted world out of your perfection. And there is another brilliant lesson. Let me see the problem so it can be solved. And this also guides us back to the real problem. Ego will just present us with endless problems. This is the dream. So I want to go back to the seeming real problem, which is the belief. Beliefs that you're not one, you are separate from God. Only the miracle is your concern. You want to be in the miracle, right? What waits in perfect certainty beyond is not our concern. But it's beautiful to know that what waits in perfect certainty, God and truth, is where the miracle leads us eventually. And it's not our concern. Thank God, because we couldn't, force that. God will take the final step. So focus on what is your concern. To be miracle-minded, always. You don't want to repeat the past. Some people stay in the same loop, repeating the same thing. That's not miracle-mindedness. It's actually staying in the illusion. It's actually wanting the problem. But miracle-mindedness says, oh, I notice, for example, I don't feel connected right now, but I'm willing. That's miracle-mindedness. I'm willing, Spirit, show me the truth. Don't show me the illusion, show me the truth. Don't listen to my ego yet. I listen to you, God. Give me the miracle that I deserve. You can say that. It says the way will be serene and simple once you've started. The way will be made serene and simple in the rising up to waking and the ending of the dream. If you let the miracle be your concern, if you let the miracle be your interest, it should be your only interest. It can be your only interest. It's actually what brings joy to your heart. Be present. Don't take onto yourself what is God's. Don't take anything. Don't grasp for anything. You can watch that tendency if the ego is afraid of loss and loneliness and exclusion and separation. The ego wants to try to grasp things and people, but okay, you can watch that. You can be gentle with your mind while you offer the prayer. Let me be in the miracle instead. I won't act on these impulses of the ego. I won't act out like an addict, You're addicted to the ego and the getting attention, or whatever it is. You can see it, see your addiction, and say, no, I want to drop it. I want to go into this purification process and pray for the miracle instead. I want to only give love. Jesus says, teach only love, for that is what you are. Do nothing except in the holy instant certainty. Wow, these are, you could say, heavy, profound teachings. These are strong directions. So if you notice you act out, you projected, you attacked. Don't attack someone with your belief in your littleness. Don't attack someone with your victimhood. Say instead, oh, I see this fear. Holy Spirit, help me. Help me. I want to come back to my miracle mind. touch no one with your littleness. It was never yours. You just misunderstood who you are. So that's why already in the Bible it said, pray unceasingly, continuously keep the prayer in your heart. And we could be curious about what the miracle is, right? That's a good idea. Be curious about what the miracle is. One of the explanations Jesus gives us is a shift of perception from fear to love. We have some material. All human beings have their own material to work with. You're very aware of what makes you fearful. That's where you need to direct your attention, your forgiveness work. So you can shift this perception from fear to love, and spirit, which is your mind, your right mind, will be right there and offer you the opportunity to face these lessons. They're right here, right now. They are in your life, in your world. So take it on. Take your lesson on. They are not to be avoided. They are definitely not to be stated as real in the mind. Don't say that you're a victim to it. Don't say you can't help it. But pray deeply that you will heal through the situation you find yourself. You're not a victim. Never were you a victim. So yeah, this owning of the dream, I own my dream, I own my perception. That's a helpful starting point. It's not done to me. It never was. This is what I believe. Spirit, I open my hand, take it, look at it. Don't play ego's games. Because without support, he says, so I'm reading from the Agreement to Join, a beautiful chapter. Without support, the dream will fade away without effects. Without support, the dream will fade away without effects. Without support. So the problem is you give support to your ego's dream. That's how you perpetuate the experience of the dream. It's sad. It's not, it's sad for you. It's sad for the mind that dreams it. But it's not really happening. Without support, the dream will fade away. Without effects. There will even be no effects. No consequence of whatever it was that you believed. That's good news. For it is your support that strengthens it, he says. No mind is sick until another mind agrees that they are separate. So where was this dream? The mind that dreamed in separation, it's in our own mind. Believing our brother or sister is sick or has a problem, or, no mind is sick until another mind agrees that they are separate. Did you believe that you were outside? You were not me? You think that I'm a person and you're another person? No mind is sick until another mind agrees that they are separate. Maybe we can join in the agreement to join, that we are not separate. I'm your voice speaking to you. We can be here forever. We will. You know, it will start now. The whole instant starts now. In this gentle giving and receiving the love of God, this is where we join. Nothing else was ever real. Any doubt thought, any attack thought, fall to the side. So we start now and we go to eternity. It's fun. He says, salvation is a game that happy children play. Oh, that is so sweet. Do you want to be happy child in the playground? That's what it is. Salvation is a game that happy children play. It's still a game. It's still not the ultimate truth, because it said, what waits beyond salvation is not our concern. It's still a game of happy children playing. We need to be part of the game until we realize what is beyond salvation. The beauty that we cannot speak. The love of God. That is our inheritance, our true identity. We can mention it. We can, we know something wonderful awaits beyond this playground. So yeah, our full yes to lay aside our fears and to join, to agree to join. Yeah, that's our concern. That's the call for the miracle. Yeah. So yeah, you can see the parts of your life or your psyche where there is separation. The parts of your experience where there is sickness, loneliness, fear, anger, justifying anger, justifying, something, sickness or victimhood in some way. This is what needs to be looked at. This is what needs to be brought to light. The light of joining. The agreement to join. If you withhold the agreement to join in sickness and accept the part you play in making sickness real, the other mind cannot project its guilt without your aid in letting it perceive itself as separate and apart from you. So if someone seems to want to act out separation and you don't agree, it cannot happen. You know, that's why we're called together. That undoes the separation. Thus is the body not perceived as sick by both your minds from separate points of view. Uniting with a brother's mind prevents the cause of sickness and perceived effects. It happened here 2 mornings ago. Solveig couldn't breathe, and I joined with her, and we could both feel the healing. And she has had quite a few healings after that. When one mind doesn't agree that the other one is sick, healing is instantaneous if it is desired in the seeming other. Uniting with a brother's mind prevents the cause of sickness and perceived effects. Healing is the effect of minds that join. A sickness comes from minds that separate. Sickness comes from minds that separate. We've all gone through it. Physical and mental pain, sickness. It's the separation. But healing is coming forth like a stream, like a waterfall. The miracle does nothing just because the minds are joined and cannot separate. Yet in the dreaming has this been reversed, and separate minds are seen as bodies, which are separated and which cannot join. Do not allow your brother to be sick, for if he is, have you abandoned him to his own dream by sharing it with him? He has not seen the cause of sickness where it is, and you have overlooked the gap between you where the sickness has been bred. Thus are you joined in sickness, to preserve the little gap unhealed, where sickness is kept carefully protected, cherished, and upheld by firm belief, lest God should come to bridge the little gap that leads to him. Fight not his coming with illusions. Don't fight against God coming to you. Don't bring your illusions. I think this is this perception of time that someone is stuck in the same year after year. That's fighting God. Don't fight God's coming. Fight not his coming with illusions. He's basically saying, don't defend your illusions. Don't say, but when God wants to come and join with you, don't say, but you don't understand, God. I have these problems. Don't say that to God. God is all-knowing. You don't need to defend your sickness to God. Fight not his coming with illusions, for it is his coming that you want, above all things that seem to glisten in the dream. It is his coming that you want, above all things that seem to draw your attention. Fight not his coming with your illusion. We can let it happen. We can lay down our defenses and our plans. The end of dreaming is the end of fear. And love was never in the world of dreams. The gap is little. Yet it holds the seeds of pestilence and every form of ill, because it is a wish to keep apart and not to join. And thus it seems to give a cause to sickness, which is not its cause. The purpose of the gap is all the cause that sickness has. For it was made to keep you separated in a body which you see as if it were the cause of pain. So again, this projection onto the body as if the body caused it, but no, it's the desire to be separate that causes this sickness and the gap. That's all it is. Never was the body the cause or the past, in fact. That's why the present answer is powerful. The present answers the present no to join, There is no past cause. There is no cause in the body or in other bodies or in the world. It's in the belief in the mind. The separation desire is. And that's in the present, So don't put that in the present. The present can be clean and free of all that, so that joining can be felt. So that the experience is there, because it's not in the future, of course. Of course, it must be here now. And of course, the problem is not so big that you cannot give space for the answer. It never was. It was only the desire to keep it there that pushes joining away, that pushes the answer away. But it's the possibility, the potential, of course, is in the present, is now. And now is not over. Now is never over. Now it's not, too short for you to grasp it. Now is eternal. Now is infinite. Now is all there is of time. Time isn't past, present, and future. Time is eternity. Not the way the ego sees it, with past, present, and future. The ego cannot grasp what time is. It thinks it's long and dragging, and sometime in the future, maybe, you feel better or worse. What a sad story that is. The bridging of the gap is now. And this beautiful gift you give yourself and the whole universe, is to allow it to be now, is to allow it to, allow yourself to surrender. Release all that blocks it. He explains it very well in this agreement to join. It's beautiful. The cause of pain is separation, not the body, which is only its effect. Body is only the effect of separation. So anytime you feel a little screaming little me, wanting to be in control or wanting anything, it's the effect of the belief in the separation. So what would be wise when you experience the separation? It would be to offer a little prayer to God for help. Get still enough for the answer to come to you. Don't act out the dreams again. He explains that yet separation is but empty space, enclosing nothing, doing nothing, and as unsubstantial as the empty place between the ripples that a ship has made in passing by, and covered just as fast as water rushes in to close the gap, and as the waves in joining cover it. I get goosebumps. That's how meaningless it is. Where is the gap between the waves when they have joined and covered up the space which seemed to keep them separate for a little while? Where are the grounds for sickness when the minds have joined to close the little gap between them where the seeds of sickness seemed to grow? Where are the grounds for sickness when the minds have joined? Beautiful. They are not there. God builds the bridge, but only in the space left clean and vacant by the miracle. This again, to leave the possibility open for God, for the miracle. God builds the bridge, but only in the space left clean and vacant by the miracle. If you have an apartment that you vacate, that you move out of, you take out everything, and it's clean and open for something new to come in. This is what it says, do this with your mind. Leave it vacant, open, so that God can rush in with a miracle for you. The seeds of sickness and the shame of guilt he cannot bridge, for he cannot destroy the alien will that he created not. This again, our willingness. It's like pleading, please offer your willingness. He cannot destroy what an alien will made up. And will alien to God, which does not exist. But if you experience separation, you made it up. This alien will is a lot of rage and anger and stubbornness, or whatever you can, however you want to define it. This alien will, it's your decision. Don't give that gift, quote, 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 to a brother or a sister. Don't bring an alien will in to the space where you can experience God. Talk about a mystical path. Yeah. It is mysticism to change your mind so much that the whole world changes. All your brothers and sisters join you in an instant miracle when you have gone within and released your fear, when you release the alien will, and you truly say, not my will, but thy will be done. These are simple words, but if you fully do them, fully let them be active in you, they have all power, all the power of love give to you. It's like saying no more. Like, what is there to say? It's just love. Yeah. He says that about this alien will, seeds of sickness and shame and guilt. He says, let its effects be gone, and clutch them not with eager hands to keep them for yourself. Let its effects be gone, and clutch them not with eager hands to keep them for yourself. That's some helpful advice. Let the effects be gone. The effects of the belief in sickness and separation. Just allow it to be gone. Don't hold on, he says. Don't clutch them with eager hands. That's all time is. It's clutching of illusions of guilt and shame. Holding on to it. That's the alien will again. Don't, you decide. He's offering something else, something better. Yourself, your higher self, truth. The miracle will brush them all aside and thus make room for him who wills to come and bridge his son's returning to himself. Count then the silver miracles and golden dreams of happiness as all the treasures you would keep within the storehouse of the world. Beautiful storehouse. Francesca, you were writing about storehouse that I spoke about in the Japanese gathering. He says, remember your miracles, stick to them. Count your silver miracles and the golden dreams of happiness as all the treasures you would keep. Don't believe that it was just a tiny moment and then it was gone and now the separation is back and real and sickness is real. Don't do that. Allow yourself to stay with the miracle when it has come to you. Stay in that warmth of the miracle, in the gentleness of the peace. And bring anything that is not it to it for healing. And somehow for advice. The door is open to this storehouse, not to thieves, but to your starving brothers, who mistook for gold the shining of a pebble, and who stored a heap of snow that shone like silver. What is he saying here? Keep this storehouse, this miracle heart open, miracle mind open for your starving brothers, who mistook, he's saying, mistook for gold the shining of a pebble. What is that? It's probably jewelry, gold that people value in this world. And heap of snow, something that shone like silver, like coins, money. You can interpret this, whatever it is for you, that the ego has valued, that your ego values. They have nothing left behind the open door. What is the world except a little gap perceived to tear eternity apart and break it into days and months and years? What is the world except a little gap perceived to tear eternity apart and break it into days and months and years? That's what the world is. A little gap that is perceived to be able to tear eternity apart. So instead, we can use days, months, and years, but for us, that may still sound very tedious and long. So let's just say, let's use this moment. Let's use the next minute or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 or this day for this purpose, for eternity. What is the world except a little gap perceived to tear eternity apart? And what are you who live within the world except a picture of the Son of God in broken pieces, each concealed within a separate and uncertain bit of clay?
So this is
a little lump. Clump, like I used to call it. A clump of clay. The picture of the Son of God in broken pieces. It sounds a bit sad. A bit of clay. Pieces of clay. Computer. Bits of clay. But that's not what you are. That's what the world seems to be. Broken pieces of the Son of God, looking like pieces of clay. Be not afraid, my child, to let your world be gently lit by miracles. And where the little gap was seen to stand between you and your brother, join him there. So, again, go to where the problem is seen the little gap between you and your brother. Let your mind go there. You can even scan your mind. Do you see a separation between you and others? All others? Some others? Someone? Let the miracle come in this gap that is perceived. Join your brother there. And so sickness will not be seen without a cause. No, sickness will now be seen without a cause. Sickness will, not be perceived as having a cause. It will be a little blip that you join and then it's gone. That's what it becomes. The dream of healing in forgiveness lies and gently shows you that you never sinned. The dream of healing in forgiveness lies and gently shows you that you never sinned. That's poetic, but it's also true and beautiful. The dream of healing in forgiveness lies and gently shows you that you never sinned. You're innocent, my child. That's what this dream of healing tells us. You're innocent. You always were. You never sinned. The miracle would leave no proof of guilt to bring you witness to what never was. The miracle would leave no proof of guilt. So there is no retribution. There is nothing holding you to what you believed in the past. There is no punishment. And in your storehouse, it will make a place of welcome for your father and yourself. The door is open that all those may come who would no longer starve and would enjoy the feast of plenty set before them there. This is it. You will open this door within and your brothers will gather. You will feel joy in true love, not in special love, in true love. The feast of plenty will be set, and they will meet with your invited guests. And this word guests, a capital G. They will meet with your invited guests. The miracle has asked to come to you. Maybe it's even unseen beings and angels and whatever we believe in that is powerful and gentle in our passage back to God and to oneness. They will meet with your invited guests that the miracle has asked to come to you. This is a feast unlike indeed to those the dreaming of the world has shown. For here, the more that anyone receives, the more is left for all the rest to share. Okay, this is a feast unlike indeed to those the dreaming of the world has shown. So in the dreaming of the world, there can be feasts and fiestas. In Spain, there's a lot of fiestas. And, they buy the food and buy a lot of food. Maybe Christmas is a feast or a fiesta we have seen recently where people buy a lot, and the more you buy, the less money you have, the more people eat, the less food is left. This is a dreaming of the world where lack is perceived, where lack prevails, you could say. But this feast is different. For here, the more that anyone receives, the more is left for all the rest to share. This is a true abundance. This is beautiful. Abundance shouldn't be associated with the world of form. We don't need to think that beautiful idea with this world. It has nothing to do with this world. So the more anyone receives, the more is left for all the rest to share. The more love, the more truth, the more miracles anyone receives, the more is left for the rest to share. I give as I receive is one of the lessons. Today I will give as I receive. What do you receive? You know, the truth of God. That's what I want to give. That's what I want to give away. That's what I want. The guests have brought unlimited supply with them, and no one is deprived or can deprive. Here is a feast the Father lays before his Son and shares it equally with him. And in their sharing, there can be no gap in which abundance falters and grows thin. Here can the lean years enter not, for time waits not upon this feast, which has no end. For love has set its table in the space that seemed to keep your guests apart from you. For love has set its table in the space that seemed to keep your guests apart from you. This is the fruits of the mind training, the result of your willingness to heal your mind. You will literally be in the feast that is described here. You cannot accuse someone else of not doing their part, because this is how it comes down. It's our own part. We need to do our own healing to experience this. I'm so grateful to share this with you, that you are in my feast. Thank you. The agreement to join. It's chapter 28:3, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it feels so good. Mm. Mm. Okay. I had this thought, because with Zoom you can do it online, you can do live sharing. So I tried to get to that this morning, but maybe we just share this session wherever we can, so that we invite everyone to this feast. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. We have a retreat here, the 11th to 15th of February. Please sign up, come and join us. Just send us an email, contact@awakentolove.org.
Awakentolove.net.
Contact@awakentolove.net. Thank you for joining.